Mario Kart Super Circuit, the Mario game of all time. It is a Mario Kart where you play as Mario in a kart. It is fine. It is okay. It is not amazing. Okay, I may sound like I actually don't like this game. I think it's a decent Mario Kart game. But really, when you compare it to every single Mario Kart game there is, this is like my second least favorite. Tour doesn't count. We don't count Tour. So I recently played Mario Kart Super Circuit for this video, and I actually had quite a fun time. I think it is, in fact, a decent game. It's not terrible, actually, but it's really not fantastic. In fact, this game is actually the first time we are gonna have an F tier. It is, yeah, the track is gonna be that bad. The controls aren't great, and really, I did play this as a child, but why would I play that when I had Mario Kart DS right next to me? However, I did play this game earlier this year, and I had a good time. It's better than Super Mario Kart, that's for sure. Without further ado, let's rank these tracks. With the first F tier in the Mario Kart track ranking of all time, Snowland. Wow, this is the second time in a row where a snow track is in last place. This is not only the worst track in Mario Kart Super Circuit, but it's one of the worst tracks in Mario Kart history, including Tour. You gotta try really hard to make a bad snow track. Really, it's snow. Snow is like the greatest thing in human history. What's so bad about this? Oh, it's the fact that I can't play it normally, like how the racer bumps up and down really quickly and it makes you feel sick. Oh god, this hurts. The remake in Mario Kart 8 is one of the biggest glow-ups I have ever seen in a track ever. Because in the Mario Kart 8 track is actually good. And don't worry, this isn't gonna be the first time Mario Kart 8 is gonna improve a track drastically, but it's also gonna ruin one. Oh, we'll get there. But yeah, that's it for the F tier, the track I just straight up hate. Let's go to the D tiers now, the tracks I think are bad. Yoshi Desert. Oh, what is this again? Just like in Double Dash, the snow and the desert themes are the worst tracks in the game. And okay, here's the thing, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I'm biased here because I just don't like desert tracks. I don't like deserts. They're so boring. Like I said before, there's only one good desert track in the entire franchise, and that is Kalimari Desert, because trains. This track is so boring. Well, at least the backgrounds are fine. I mean, there's a Yoshi Sphinx, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Beach Circuit. Now this is one of the tracks of all time. This track, well, unlike the Yoshi Desert, is, well, it's still a bad one, but it's surprisingly charming. I like the Peach Castle in the background, it's really pretty. I really like the peach trees, they're nice, even though they're orange for some reason. It's a really standard first track for a game. Well, at least it's way better than Figure 8 Circuit or Luigi Circuit. I'm getting ahead of myself here, but Luigi Circuit from the Wii one, it sucks. Or Toad Circuit from 7 sucks even more. And as a Peach theme course, it is bad. The only reason why I think the DS version is way better than this one is because it has good controls, and that's pretty much it. Boo Lake. Speaking of Mario Kart 8 upgrading their tracks to their best, Bull Lake is another one of those tracks. Which, by the way, it's false advertisement. There is no lake in this Bull Lake. How? How did they screw this up? In Mario Kart 8, boom, there's lakes. In this one, no lake. Even with the false advertisement, this track is really unappealing. It's really boring. There's nothing to talk about this, really. Bowser Castle 1 is the most basic Bowser Castle in the entire franchise. Do you think I feel good saying that? I love Bowser, and I like Bowser's castles. I love Bowser's castles so much. In this game though, they're all really not that special. I mean, the best Bowser castle in this game is barely a C tier. But yeah, out of every single Bowser castle, this one is the most forgettable and the most bad. Starting off with the C tiers, Broken Pierre, it is fine. It is a track. But, you know, unlike Boo Lake, this one's mid. I don't know what is it with Mario Kart games, but in my opinion, at least, the tracks that involves boos, they're very underdeveloped and really they're not that special. Really, the only spooky themed track I actually really like is Luigi's Mansion, and I want it back every single time. Yeah, I said it. I don't like ghost themed tracks in Mario Kart, because they're mostly really mid, really boring, and really basic, and really, sometimes even really bad. Broken Pierre is not the exception. This one, well, it's just like Snowland, or at least the way I played it. The rumbling up and down really quickly made me sick, and I really don't like that, but it's not as frequent as Snowland, which really, we don't talk about Snowland. Bowser Castle 2. I think it's fine. Just like Bowser Castle 1, it's basic, but hey, at least the layout for this one is really good, with the little jumps here and there. It's nothing too amazing. Moving on. Bowser Castle 4. This is easily the second best Bowser Castle in the game. The only reason I like this a bit more is because the layout for Bowser Castle 4 is better than Bowser Castle 2. Oh boy, I hope nobody is angry at me for putting Bowser Castle 4 over Bowser Castle 1. It's not like they're mostly the same. And capping off the C tiers, Bowser Castle 3. Yes, this is the best Bowser Castle in the whole game. The only reason why this Bowser's Castle is the best in the game is for one main reason. The aesthetic is completely different from the other three Bowser's Castle, making it more unique than the others. There, I said it. The layout is fine. Everything is fine. This track is fine. Bowser Castle is so mid, I don't care for it. But at least we're done with the bottom half. Now we're going to work ourselves up to the B tiers and finally get to the good tracks. Hold on, I just remembered Rainbow Road isn't that good in this game either. It's probably the second weakest Rainbow Road in the entire franchise. Yes, even the Mario Kart 8 version is better than this. But really, I can't fault them here. I mean, they did the best they could. The music is surprisingly not that good. And that's a weird thing to say because Rainbow Road usually has like one of the greatest pieces of music in the entire Mario franchise, not just Mario Kart. But yeah, this one, it ain't that special. But hey, at least we are done with the C tiers. For real this time. Now we can go to the B tiers, the good tracks. I promise. Now, I know I already said I'm not that really interested in Mario circuits because they're mostly mediocre. But man, even I got to admit I kind of like Mario Circuit in this game. Really, on retrospect, the track itself is not that special, really. The background is unoriginal. The music is fine. It was done way better than Mario Kart 8. What? Wait, why do I like this again? I guess a good layout can actually carry a track, even if it's unoriginal. Maybe I am part of the problem why Mario Circuits are so unoriginal. I don't know. Is it a crime to actually like Mario Circuit in this game? I don't know. If it is, I'm guilty. Cheap beach. Cheap beach. I like cheaps. I like beaches. By now, you guys should know I really like beach themes in Mario Kart. And it is no different here. Cheap Beach has a beautiful background. It looks like a painting. Music is so relaxing, even though I find another beach themed course to be way better than this one. It is such a nice track to just relax and play on a sunset. It is a lovely track. I really enjoy playing it. Part of me is kind of mad that this wasn't called DK Riverside Park, but at the same time, I understand why it wasn't. This track is a lot of fun to play in. The layout is genuinely really cool. I really enjoy the aesthetics of the world. The music is honestly really good, surprisingly. And I really do like the big jump that you do at the end. Because at this point, really big jumps were a big deal. Nowadays we have big jumps in anything, but at this point, it was huge. Like my balls. And here it is, another beach theme, Shy Guy Beach. Now here's the thing, I really like Shy Guys. I think they are really cool. Because they're just like me, for real, shy. There's a pirate ship in the background, that is so cool, I want that back. Capping off our B tier is Luigi's Circuit. Now, just like I said in the DS one, I really like the aesthetics of this one. I like the Luigi balloon in the background. I like that it's raining. We need more Mario Kart tracks where there's rain. I like that you have to touch the puddles. Like I said a million times, I like the rainy aesthetic. It's really pleasing. And now we're going to the A tiers. The top 5. Lakeside Park is surprisingly very epic in this game. I absolutely love what they tried to go with here. I love the grumbling volcano in the background, that looks really sick. I really enjoy the aesthetics. This is Grumble Volcano if it was good. And it is absolutely criminal that this track didn't make it in Mario Kart 8 yet. Cause it might as well make it, cause you know, it's in tour now, so that's kinda cool. Cheese Land. One thing I will say, this track is so much better than the 8 one, and I'll tell you why right now. The backgrounds, the aesthetics, the moon, it does look like a cheese land. It doesn't look like a desert that has cheese in it. Mario Kart 8 missed the point by making it so similar to an actual desert track. I liked the 8 version, kinda. Here though, it is so much better. This is one of the tracks that I think in 8, they were a big downgrade compared to the original, which is rare. But still, the layout is really fun, the music is really catchy, I really enjoy this track. It's such a shame that the 8 version ruined it. Number 3 and the last A tier is gonna go with Sunset Wilds. Yes baby, I love Sunset Wilds. I'm a bitch when it comes to these kinds of aesthetics. I just love the sunset, okay? What are you gonna do, sue me? No, but I really like the Shy Guys as well. I like how they can get in your way and they trap you and they're just making you lose coins, that's epic. And I really do like how cute they look. And that's the end of the A tiers, we're gonna go to the S tiers, the top 2, my favorite tracks in the entire game. And number 2, we're gonna go with the one that Mario Kart 8 completely made it better actually. That's right, Ribbon Road is number 2, baby! One of the most unique tracks in the entire franchise. And Mario Kart 8 already knows that, so it went even further beyond with it. don't worry, just because it's one of the most aesthetically pleasing tracks in Mario Kart history doesn't mean that that's all it has for it. The layout of the track is actually really fantastic, and not many people talk about it, which is insane. Like, I get it, the Mario Kart 8 version is perfect, but this one is also really, really great. But even then, even though Ribbon Road is near perfect, it still falls short to what I consider the best track in the entire game, one of the best tracks in the franchise in my opinion, Sky Garden. What? My favorite retro track in Mario Kart DS is number 1 in this list as well? Who would have guessed? But for real though, Sky Garden is an absolute treat. The aesthetics are one of the most beautiful ones. The music is perfect. The track layout is fantastic. And this is the track that takes full advantage of the controls of Super Circuit. It is easily one of my top 25 favorite tracks in the entire franchise. With that being said, thank you guys for watching this ranking. I'm gonna do a ranking on another Mario Kart game that many people consider one of the best. Okay, Super Circuit is not considered one of the best, but this one is for some reason, which I think it's one of the most overrated ones really, and that is Mario Kart 64. Yeah, but we'll get there when we get there.